In this video, I'm going to show you how to animate a bottom navigation bar with Origami Studios. Let's get started. To get started, I'm opening up a project that I'm currently working on. This is a mobile banking app that I'm currently designing. In my previous video, I showed you how to make this bottom navigation bar into a nested symbol. So the navigation bar is one symbol with itself, but then each individual icon is its own symbol. If I tap into it, this is what the symbols page looks like. I have the component for the bottom navigation bar, and then the active and inactive states for each item. I'm going to want to bring this into Origami and then animate it so when the user taps on each section, it actually behaves as a user would expect. So first I'm going to grab this bottom navigation bar, click Command-C to copy it, and then jump into my Origami project and then paste it. In my previous videos, I had issues pasting sketch layers into Origami. You have to download a particular plugin, which I'll link below, in order to paste as layers. So once you have that plugin installed, you can go to Edit, and then paste as layers. So then when you bring your design from Sketch into Origami, it actually contains all of the layers. So to begin with this, I'm going to grab this navigation bar and then pin it to the middle and bottom of the screen. And now I'm going to add some interaction and switch patches so it actually behaves as one would expect. So initially, home is the on state, but I'm going to want to flip the analytics, messages, and profile view into on states when the user taps on it. So first, I'm going to start with the analytics tab. I'm going to grab this analytics tab and click touch and then tap. So when the user taps on this icon, these values become true. When the user taps down on that analytics tab, I want to turn on a switch that will change the color of the analytics icon and the text. So there will be a transition of color. So I'm going to second click, go to type and then color, and then specify the start and end value. So it will start at the gray and it will end at the purple. And that transition will occur to the actual word analytics. So I'm going to attach that transition to the color of the typography, and I'm also going to attach that to the actual icon. So now this transition is applied to both the typography and the color of the text. So let's just try that out. I tap on this, and now the analytics tab is active. But when the analytics tab is active, I want all the other tabs to become inactive because you cannot be in two navigation sections at the same time. So that means that I have to add logic for the home state. So for the home state, I'm going to follow a very similar procedure. I'm going to go to touch and then tap and basically duplicate these values. I want the same kind of interaction to occur, but I want this to occur to the home state. So when the analytics tab is tapped on, I actually want this tab to turn off the switch for the home state. So now it will become inactive. So if I tap on home, home becomes active, and when I tap on analytics, home becomes inactive. I'm just going to rearrange this for organizational purposes, so home is at the top. Tapping on home turns on this state, but I also want to turn off all the other switches. So essentially, I'm just going to duplicate this for all the other navigation items. So messages, touch, and then tap. Again, I'm going to want to turn on a switch of changing its color, but turn it off if any other navigation item is tapped on. Now I'm just going to link everything up. So when home is turned on, I want home to turn off every other state. So this tap will be attached to these turn off switches. Turning on the analytics tab should turn off home. It should also turn off the messages panel, and it should turn off the profile view. Turning on the messages panel should also turn off home. It should turn off analytics, and it should turn off the profile view. This is actually getting a little complicated, so instead I'm going to say number of inputs and change it to 3 for each one. And then I'm going to move it closest to the one it's actually pertaining to. So basically, if any of these other states are on, I want home to be off. So I already attached these two. I'm just going to add the profile view to the OR patch for the turn off for home. For this one, again, I'm just going to add the profile view for this one to this one. This is basically saying that when home is tapped on, I want home to be turned on. But if any of these other scenarios are true, I want home to be turned off. This might be a little confusing, so I'll actually just move this down a row so it's easier to see. So things are turned off if any other scenario is true. So let's try it out. I'll refresh the prototype, nothing is tapped on. I'll click home, and then it's active, analytics, messages, profile, and it works. So that's how I make my bottom navigation bar animate with Origami Studios. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add page transitions and animations to make your prototype come to life. Please let me know if you have any questions about the topic and subscribe to stay up to date with my latest content. Thanks for watching!